Morning, everybody. Wow, the music's still too loud in my ears. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Hope you had a good weekend. It is 10 minutes later than I usually start. Sorry, guys. Why are there gnats down here? Okay, so today we're going to continue on with the dinosaur. And I think I got a new flashlight, and it shows the glow fairly well on camera here for these guys. It's not as overwhelming as that other flashlight was. But I think these little purple gemstones that we have on here, I might hit those for just a touch of the knuckles, and then maybe like a pupil on the gemstone of the altered lightning to give us a little bit more of a glow. And then all we have left to do on this is coat it in the matte finish, and then come back in with the gloss paint, with the the gloss varnish, and hit some of these larger armor panels and the gemstones on him. And then I think this thing will be done. On the base, as you see, I went ahead and I primed it all gray. We're going to do the painting on the rocks today. I'm going to use 3 different gray paints from Duncan Road's Two Thin Coats line. I used these when I did the rocks on the miniatures for the scarab swarms for the Necrons, and it worked really, really well. I thought the rocks came out fantastic. So I'm going to use that for the rocks, and then we're going to go back in, and I have some of the Diorama Effects earth texture. And when I put that back in as the dirt, but I want to make it kind of thick around the magnets so that we can let it set for a second and start to firm up, and then set the model in and make the footprints where his feet would be. Wait another 30-60 seconds, and then pull it back straight out and have the footprint indentations in there. And then give that coat 24 hours to dry or so, and then go back in and try and add some shadows and highlights with some other browns on the dirt. Then we can apply tufts, some of the little grass tufts to it in different spaces. I don't want this to be a completely like barren wasteland looking battle zone, but like some life is still trying to hang on. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get photos of this taken and enter it in BlueWyvern's painting contest for this month. There's another local gaming store that I've been to a couple times lately called Let's Play. And next week, August 29th through September 3rd, they're doing a 4-year anniversary event for when they opened. And they're doing a miniature painting contest, and I'm going to enter this in that contest as well. And then, so I'll have to drop that off this Saturday up at Let's Play. And then the following Friday, September 3rd, the Saturday or the Friday of Labor Day, before Labor Day, they're doing another painting contest. If anybody wants to swing by, give them a little bit of support. It's $5 to enter that contest. And what it is everybody's going to get the same mini, and then you're going to have 90 minutes to paint it with speed paints, and speed paints only. And then there'll be a little vote and of people in the store and things, and then a winner will be determined. And each one has a prize. Let's see here. The real-time painting contest, the winner gets a painting basket, and then I think there's another basket available for the one you have to leave there for a week and people vote on it. I thought it was on here. I don't know. I talked to them when I was in there over the weekend. We went up to Cobb 51s right down the street from them. And they gave us some good information on it. It just seems like a nice place. A couple nice guys run it. It's a local store, you know, not a big company or anything. And they have board games and minis and Warhammer and all kinds of stuff. So if you get a chance, check them out. I don't have them in my text ads yet, in my chat ads yet, but I'll throw something together for them and get them rolling in the next couple, probably weeks at the speed that I travel. But we'll go ahead. We'll get this set up and done, and then we will move on to the Eva Saurian, the big guy. He is blue tacked to the base so that I could print where he paint and prime him. There's a little more primering I need to do on him because some areas are just a little too upside down for me to hit with the primer can. Oh, and all that said, it's a lot to say nothing, guys. Let's see here. We have Dungeon Stone Gray. Let's put these in. Oh, yep, that's the right order. And then Wizard Gray, and then Carcharodon Gray. There we go. So we'll start, and we'll put a base coat on the rocks of the darkest. We'll do some mid-lights and do a pretty good coverage with the medium gray, and then we'll do the highlights with the lightest gray. And that'll be it for highlighting the rocks and things on this base. Let's see here. What else have we got? Let's work on him real quick. Okay. I forgot to clean my wet palette. So let me swap that out. I did get all my paintbrushes washed, though. I'm proud of me for that. There we are. There we are. That starts soaking up a little bit of water. Ooh, needs to be straightened out just a hair. I need to get an old, or one of those temporary, not temporary, one of those credit card offer, plastic credit cards that, you know, they send out to people to try and raise their debt score. Now I can use that to flatten this out. Really? Gnats everywhere. Okay, so I think the first thing we'll do is we'll do the blue, because I know I want to do the eyeball, make that the big blue gemstone look more like an eyeball when it's under the blue light, or black light. Oh, these glasses won't do. Those are my everyday life glasses. I need my old man bifocals for this. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's drain most of that water off to one side there. So there's also a possibility that I will be, instead of moving on to the Eva Saurian tomorrow, we might actually practice with speed paints a little bit. I've never actually used speed paints to solely to paint a mini. So I would like to see what I'm dealing with and prime a couple. I've got some minis hanging out that I can just prime in white or Zenithal prime, because I did look at a tutorial on it, and it doesn't look too incredibly difficult, but I think until I know how these paints react and how they flow a little bit better, I think it would behoove me to get a little more ahead on this. At least a little practice in. Little gnat, you are not going to survive the day if you keep flying in my face. Oh. Okay. So. And it does look like I've resolved the camera issues. I'm not sure what was going on. But since I've been running the Canon software first, it seems to have picked that up just a little bit better. There is a rogue hair on this brush. Okay. I'll fix you later. Let's find another small brush with a decent tip. Yeah, 10 will do. Okay. Trigger fire, I'm not sure is working yet. Let's see here. One second, guys. Trigger fire should be running. Let's make sure trigger fire is actually firing off. It is. I'm just barely hearing it. That's weird. Okay, so let's turn that up. Okay, you guys will have to tell me if the music's at a proper level. Let's try this again. There we go. Now I hear it when it goes off. All right. And we'll run a raid while we're at it since we're fooling around anyway. Okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting the purple just does not glow very well. And it's, you know, because of the color of the light. Alright. Make sure the blue's still glowing. Yep, blue is glowing nicely. And it is being picked up on the stream camera. Okay. Yeah, thanks to this flashlight, I found out the Tesseract glow was already a glow-in-the-dark green. I didn't even, all the time I've been using that paint, I never noticed the fact that it was actually a glow-in-the-dark paint. So that made me feel special. Okay, this guy's done for now. So let's set him over here, let that dry. Well, what we may end up doing is taking a short break, and I'll run outside, give this 20 minutes or so to dry, and then I'll hit him with the clear coat, and I will use one of my little tubs from Hoffman's, and I'll use it like a dust chamber to keep him safe and kitten glitter free until 2 hours have gone by, because that's how long it says the wait before you handle it. Okay. So now we got to do the rocks. You know what? Let's go ahead, get this on. I haven't had these paints opened in a while, so I think the Vortex mixer might be the best shot. Get these guys mixed quickly. Ah, itchy nose. Oh, there's battle. Oh, this guy's weak to fire. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Attack the wasps, guys. Attack the wasps. Also, One Night Dragon's channel today should be gem day for her. So if you do your battles in her channel, you'll get extra gems for use in the store. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a clogged paint. Get our handy dandy paint unclogger. Let's try this again. There we go. And we're going to be kind of rough with this coat. We're not going to worry too much about hitting the dirt, because we're going to cover it later. And this is meant to be fairly generous coverage, so I'm picking a big brush. And we just get in here and we do, it's kind of hard to tell. It is very close to the primer color. The primer color might actually be slightly darker. We're just going to slap on a good coat here. It's going to spread on its own. I was told that by the guys at Tables and Towers, they're going to be getting some more of Duncan Rhodes colors in. The line's been selling pretty well and people are pretty happy with it. I'm happy with it for the few colors that I have. So I may be adding some more of these. Oh, you're going to need some glue. A piece of rock here moving. It's not supposed to do that. I may add some more of his colors to what we have here. Now, we're not trying to cover texture. We just want to get a good, decent coat on here. Get the rocks kind of a uniform color. which uses a lot more paint than those bases, other bases did. I probably could have just put this stuff in a regular little paint palette as fast as I'm going through it. I say this is very close to that primer color. The primer color actually looks like it might be a little bit darker. So this might give us an advantage, already having a darker color paint on the project. And this is still all new to me, guys, so if you see me doing something that could be done easier in another fashion, please pipe up, spout off. I'm always looking for new things to try. Okay. I want to make sure I get a little bit of this on everybody. Okay, nothing else is falling off. And this little rock here is still kind of mobile, so we're probably gonna, before I put on the next coat, I'll put a little bit of gel super glue in there once this dries some. Okay, let that dry for a minute, clean off my brush. And I'm still waiting on Dragon Phoenix 14 to get with me and tell me what miniature he wants me, well that sucked, to print and paint for him. Okay. Looks like we're gonna do a little work on that paintbrush too. I cannot believe my paintbrush fell apart. Alright, I got a new storage solution going in back here, and because of that, I moved a lot of stuff. Because this 9 cube is going to be going away. To my son's cat's chagrin, since one of those holes is where she hangs out. There it is. The other one in here too? No. Okay, there we go. Super glue. Because I don't know where my glue tray's at. Well, I guess I'm opening a new one. Oops, oh, I threw a rock somewhere. And I've also been looking at Woodland Scenics. They're rock molds. I've got some Sculpta mold, and I'd like to sculpt some of my own rocks for use on these. And my friends at Hyperspace Rocket Designs and T-Bar, they can order any of that stuff from Woodland Scenics for me and have it delivered to them, and then I'll go in and pick it up from them. That doesn't hold that brush nothing well. Okay. So let's... Going to take that a little bit to set. Yeah, I need to find my little glue bin so that I can get this stuff back in there for the open tubes. Alright, shouldn't be spotting anything with that anymore, but we do need a new. I've almost used all this Duncan Rhodes paint. Oh, it is only half a fluid ounce. Okay. Yeah, that thing sounds kind of empty. So I might have to buy a couple more of those. See if maybe I can find a larger bottle of it for doing terrain pieces. Oh my God, there's kitten glitter everywhere. Hello, another battle. Let's see what's going on here. Close this up. I'm almost out of my gel super glue. 3 little tubes left to open. Sit there with the cat treats. Let's see here. There we go. That takes care of that. Given a little bit of dry time here, guys, we will be right back to the crafting here momentarily. I need to bring a little hair dryer down for this part. There. Okay. This one we can still use today. Came right off. You know, that's what this stuff is for. Super thin plastic cement. That's what I use for putting together the other Warhammer minis. If I haven't already painted them, or if they require it, I'll use those instead of super glue. Okay. That is still a little wet. So let's dig into the box of minis. Oh, and we'll pick a couple of these guys out. These are the ones from Heroes Horde that I printed out. I already have printed, so that I have something to fiddle with. Let's look for ones we haven't done yet, or haven't been working on yet. I know I've got some in here. Oh, that's, keep pulling the same ones up. Oh, that might be nice. The Catfolk Noble. And we're going to fiddle with these guys off bases as usual. I'm just going to prime them white, and then we'll go forward from there. I want to do some large... Oh, here we go. Turtlefolk Guardsman. Just so we can see what these paints can do. And I'll leave the baggies out for those. These are all different minis that are available for the giveaway as well. I just have some things printed up for me to practice with. See, give me some tall guys. Where's the big boy? Oh, there we go. The Minotaur Bartender. And yes, he's only supposed to have one horn. I've got a big one in here. Well, the Lazy Donkey will always be a good one. Okay, and we'll find one more. I've got like a half orc or an ogre in here somewhere. And I'm just not sure where he's at. These are all scaled for D&D. So if that's what you're looking for and you win one of the giveaways, we can work with that. But I found out rather quickly while I was setting up the page for my Etsy store that I really don't want to be a print and ship mini guy. I like painting this stuff up. Town Crier. We'll do that one. That's 5 minis. Really wish I had found that human jailer or the troll dude. Because the human jailer's carrying a torch, and I'd like to see how I can use... You know, he might actually be printed in another bin. Those are the ones I took to show Wallace what was capable, or what could be done with a 3D printer. And he found someone with print and deliver capabilities that could get it for him. Let's see here. Nope. And we'll get back to some more of these that I have printed and all. I know the human jailer was done. Well, we can do this guy too. Some of these guys have a lot more detail than others that we're looking at here. And I've got 5 or 6 of some of these, so I may just print them up and... Oh, that's regular super glue. Okay. I'm toying with the idea of printing some of these guys up and doing small dioramas with them so that they can be put up on my fourth wall shop, and all proceeds from their sale goes to Hero Dogs. Hero Dogs, Maryland 501c3 charity, nonprofit. Mission is to provide independence and improve quality of life for our nation's veterans by raising, training, and placing service dogs with injured or disabled military vets that served honorably in the U.S. forces. The vets don't pay, or the veterans do not pay anything for these animals, these service animals. So I really do support them. I like their mission, and I'm hoping maybe in October we can do a charity stream for them, but I have to get my schedule down and be able to stream long periods. What was I looking for? Oh, blue tack. We're going to need some of this. That stuff is still drying. Let me grab a priming stick. There's another battle, guys. Attack those critters in 2 live stream so you get the extra gems. Ents, weak to fire. Or One Night Dragon stream. I'm sorry, One Night Dragon. I know I have a bunch more priming sticks. There we go. I just steal one of them that I gave to Bernard. He does not like to clean up. Okay. Get this old, nearly rock-hard blue tack off here. Oop, I just threw that somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Go. All right, so we're going to prime with White Scar. Let's lid this for now. So, and I looked at Army Painter's speed paint tutorial the other day so that I would have some idea of what I'm going to be doing here. And I think it's interesting that you prime everything in white because that's not something I'm used to doing. Working the blue tack up a little bit, get a little sticky. Oh, and ripping a glove. Go. Sometimes this blue tack works fantastic, and sometimes it just doesn't want to stick to anything. But with as thin as some of these guys' legs are, I don't want to try using any of the double-sided tapes or anything. I'm afraid the legs would snap. Let me fix this glove. Two more guys to put on the stick here. Oh. Still drying. Let's see what's going on out here. Wow, the chickens are all in hiding. I did hang a nectar feeder for hummingbirds because we actually saw hummingbirds the other day flying up inside the mimosa, so that will be great. That's out there now. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the BRB screen, and then we can, let's see, do these things first. There we go, and then run a raid for those of you that are in the raids. And you can run raids on your own. !easy will run a raid about every 2 minutes and 15, 20 seconds, whatever the timeout is. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the BRB screen for a minute. Shouldn't run any ads. Let's see, what does Twitch say? Yeah, Twitch says ads are 5 minutes out anyway, so I'll tell you what, I will go regular BRB. It's going to run ads. I appreciate it if you stick around. I'm going to go ahead and prime these guys in white, and then when we come back, hopefully the base will be dry enough that we can start with paint number 2, and then paint number 3 is just a dry brush, so that should be fairly simple. Be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. They're primed. They're going to take about 15 minutes to dry. And then we'll pull out the speed paints while some of this dries. So let's set that right there for now. Oh, sand crabs. Let's see if I'm too late. Yep, I was not too late. Good to know, good to know. All right. Okay. There's still some deeply wet globules of paint in here. I think we need to spread some of this out a little bit more. I think my too thin coats was not quite thin enough. Just to relieve the excess out of here and let this dry. How's this piece down here? Glued tight, nice. Okay. We can probably use the same brush for the next color. This next color, we're not going for 100% coverage, but it's going to be mostly covered. We're not going to try and get into the deepest crevices. We're just going to try and keep it on some of the higher surfaces, and then the lightest gray we're just going to put right on top. I've missed every Pokemon that's come through today. I need to get a sound alert for the Pokemon. I think I need to do that. Okay. And this is going to be a lot of this paint, this color again, just because it's a mostly coverage kind of deal. But we're not trying to get in deep, so we're almost doing it like a wet dry brush. Like I say, I'm not worried about going all over the ground and everything, because we're going to be applying the texture paste to that later anyway. Okay, so that's on. Oh, I'm still hearing the noise from the exterior cabs. There we go. I know you guys aren't hearing it. That wind is something fierce out there today. Just a little breezy, but it's enough to set off the speakers. Not speakers. Scratch that. The microphone. It's grabbing everything. I don't even know if there's a way I can get a dead cat for that. Okay. So that we'll set aside over here. Oh, we're going to need that. There we go. And the reason I'm not allowed in hobby stores alone, I went ahead and I bought the whole deal. The big set of speed paints. So let's see what we got here. The burrow is going to be a gray color. That's a nice paint name. Murder Scene. Okay. I do need to find better storage for this, and once that other storage solution is over here, I think I'll have it. Because I want to set these guys out so that I can see them all. See what colors I've got. That Battleship Gray is too blue. I'm looking for more like Ashen Stone, I think. Ashen Stone. That's green. Yeah. Okay, so it's none of these guys. Gravelord Gray would do it too. Where's that on the list? Oh, next action. Oh, okay, yeah. This is a nice gray for a donkey. Alright. So we'll start with him, and then we're gonna need a light basket color. Sand Golem will probably do that for us. Sand Golem. Okay, so we have Sand Golem, we have Gravelord Gray. Oh, let's see what else is on this guy. Looks like a leather saddle. And a rope harness. Okay, so leather saddle. Hardened leather. There we go. And rope. Bony matter. So no metallics on this guy, but the metallics did come with this set, although they didn't cap them differently. Bear with me, guys. Just finding the paints. Oh, there's pallid bone. Yep. Oh no, bony matter's. Bony matter. And hardened leather. Man, they were right there at the front. Okay. Let's see now. That looks... That would be pallid bone. Okay. Then we'll need a fleshy color for the nostrils. Let's see what we got here. Peachy flesh or crusader skin, I guess, would work for that. It's very small spots. I saw them. There's fire drake. So that should be the last two. Whichever one I find first. Peachy flesh, that'll work. I think that was it. Well, the hooves would need, probably the pallid bone will work on the hooves too. Alright, so let's take these other colors that we don't need. Lid back on the tub. There we go. Alright. Yep, primer's dry. I'm wanting to stick to the resin today. There we go. That should hold for a little bit. Okay, so let's start with what the donkey's mostly covered in. That's gray fur. There could be little bits of brown in it, but we're going to start with just gray. We'll do this guy completely with the speed paint and see what happens. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need on the palette. I don't even know that I'm going to need these on here, but hey, let's go the whole route here. It flows nicely. I'll give it that. And they did say if it goes anywhere you don't want it, just I use a little bit of bright white regular mini paint to Oh! Wrong paint. Wrong paint. Oh, crud. Just use some, whatever their base white paint is, to cover over anything you get on in the wrong spot, and then you can go back over with the other paints pretty quickly. So you can apparently be kind of sloppy with it. Just like anything else, whoa, you end up touching up a lot later on. I don't know what is setting off the camera. I am getting very tired of it too. So I know you guys are. There we go. Okay, so we'll move to the rigid or the hardened leather here for doing the leather. This stuff is very, very thin. Little squeeze does pull a whole lot out of that bottle. Now the places where this does settle, there is a lot of paint there. So let me find some good base white here. Bleached skull, that'll do. I'm going to try and touch up some of these areas with just the white so that we can continue on. But it's looking pretty good for just 2 colors. Okay. It's going to take a little bit for that to dry. See how this base is looking. Still see some wet in there. See, I got some water on it too. There we go. There's still a little bit of wet paint in there. Okay. Oh, that rope has got to be reprimed. And the holding it out from you test, those two colors look really, really good. Like any other. The one time I'm actually keeping the project completely in camera, and the camera shuts off on me. Okay. So that looks good. So now let's do the ropes. Let's do the hose first. The hooves are going to be the same color. Little sign here. Now let's try the ropes. Hmm. Okay. I thought I pulled out some flush tones. Just hand distance away, he looks really good. I mean, I would be, once I add in the flesh tones for the skin and all, I'll be very happy to have that on my table. But I thought I'd pulled out peachy flesh or something. Not. Oh, there it is, peachy flesh. Thought I'd pulled it out. Okay, so what we're gonna do for the peachy flesh, we're gonna go ahead back in. First, we're gonna touch up the eyes with white. Then we'll get in the nostrils here, just around these outer edges where we're going to put the peachy flesh. And the barest little inset of the ear here where there would be a little peachy flesh color. And then on the hooves here, the bony matter really did not take quite as well as I would have liked, so I'm going to put a second coat of that on the hooves here. Just because I think we need a little more pigment on there. There we go. All right, now peachy flesh. Whoa. There we go. And this guy's donezo. We could probably give his eyes a pupil. Which we can do that real quick. We got some bad and black around. You know what? Let's give him those dark, deep, soulless eyes. We'll use the Absol Black. finish the edge of the Mini here, since I don't have a base to put it on just yet. We'll do it with the Absolute Black. Just to separate this from surroundings, make it stand out. Okay. So looking underneath here, there are a couple spots where the colors did not go because of what you could see while we were painting. Let's go ahead and get them covered just a little bit better. There we go. There we are. A little bit more on there. Sorry, I pulled it off screen, guys. A little easier for me to fiddle with that way. But that guy's done. That is a quick way to paint a Mini, and it looks pretty good. But I don't know about all the time. I have liked using the speed paints over top of like a base color. Like if there's a area you want a particular blue. I could have followed the, there was a second part of the tutorial where you go through and you prime it in black, you zenithal highlight it, and then you come back with that really bright white, and you do a dry brush on the higher edges to throw highlights there. And the speed paints pull it out perfectly. On their tutorial was absolutely fantastic. Would it come out that way for me? Who's to know? But I do see areas here where I'd like second coats of things and stuff like that. And you can, yeah, it's the same with any of the other paints. You always have to go back and do little touch-ups to get the coverage you want in a lot of cases. But that mini looks really, really good. I'm very happy with that. So, Lazy Donkey. Let's put a price on this here. For that, oh, let's see, what color should we use? Oh, let's just use a bad and black. It's sitting here somewhere. Templar, Saurian gray. Over here somewhere. I just saw it. Oh. With brass, more agrex or shade. What did I do? Okay. Oh, we'll use Wraith Black. A Baden Black is around here somewhere. I was using it last week when we painted. I have, yeah, this round brush, probably best for this. It's a very small 18-0 round brush. It's not very black. It's more of a bluey gray than it is a black. Abyssal black, that'll work. That's the one I was looking for. I couldn't find the Abaddon black. And there's a Abaddon black right in front of me. Alright. There we go. Sell the donkey for 5 gold pieces. He's a lazy donkey. Okay. And I'll post pictures of this guy up on the Discord today. He looks pretty good. I'm not even going to base him right now. We'll do that as a fun project later. But let's get back to this. There we go. It is about 1 o'clock or so. Yep, about 1 o'clock. Alright, so we're going to need a dry brush. Another battle. Harpies. They give you the stuff you need to make mana potions, guys. Now we've highlighted our rocks. We'll be able to go back in and we'll do the ground color now. That's looking really, really good. I'm liking that. There we go. That'll get a good cleaning, as will this. Okay. Alright, so I hope everyone has enjoyed what we've done so far today. I know I have. I think this is coming out pretty well. Bleach skull. Do a little cleanup while we're here. Okay. This has got to dry. This is dry, so let me grab a bin and a lid. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take this guy outside and I'm going to spray him with a clear coat in the lid of this bin. And then I'll go ahead and cover it to keep the dust out. And we'll give it 2 hours to dry, and then I can work on it later on this evening. Not the bin I want to use, though. I need another lid for one of these guys. Well, because these guys are more sacrificial. I get these little bins every couple weeks when we get turkey salad from Bulger's restaurant. So let's do it this way. I'll steal a lid. I know I've got like 4 more lids around here. Just not sure where they're at. So, and this guy will fit in here. Yes. Okay, so I put that on there like that. And then, yep, there we go. Okay, so let's start shaking this up. This can is almost empty anyway. And then we'll go outside and we'll check out this. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So much going on over here today. Oh yeah, where am I going to next? Okay guys, I'm going to run this outside real quick. So I'm going to go ahead to VRB again. It'll run some more ads, but it should keep us without ads for quite a while. Oh, ads are currently in progress. Huh. Okay. Okay, that should be shook up enough. I will be right back, guys. Let me go ahead and put us on Be Right Back. There we go. Okay, I got the clear coat on him, and it really did dull down the shine. Let's check our other bits. Yep, that still glows nicely. So, I'll put him in his enclosure to keep him non-dusty while that coat dries. I'll put a timer on my phone here so I remember to pull him out. Unfortunately, I'll already be at work. Timer. There we go. Timer running. Okay, so that got him all taken care of. This is just waiting. Well, that coat should be fairly dry now. So let's pull out our texture paste. Okay, and we'll take a brush here. And I can always touch up the colors on the rocks in a little bit here once we get much of this dirt color on here as we want. Oh, I'm out of Q-tips. Well, let's start with a toothpick. Move them over here. Oh, I can't use them right now. Magnets. Magnets, magnets. There we go. Magnets. I meant to do this to start with to mark where the magnets were, because I can always wash the magnets. Okay. And we'll take another little stack. Put them right there. Oop. There we go. And that's where basically his feet will be. Yeah, I'll have to go back and redo some of these rocks. But that brown in there is really, really making that rock texture that we did stand out nicely. Let's see here. Put that on there for now because I need him to dry completely so I can handle him. So we can put in our globules of texture paste. Oops. To put where his footprints will be. And while this dries, because this is going to take a while to dry anyway, it'll be basically dry when I go to set him in, but I'll be adding a little bit more for where his feet go. And then it'll dry overnight, and we should be able to finish this guy up tomorrow fairly easily. Just touch-ups on the rocks. I say touch-ups. Boy, did I do some damage there. And then maybe get a couple other browns or something in here to give some shadows and highlights to the rest of the texture here. And that, I think I can save this brush too. I try to save the brushes. They're cheap Walmart brushes, but I don't want to rebuy them too often if I don't have to. Okay, get that spread around a little bit. Yeah, because as this stuff starts to dry and it thickens, I can kind of maneuver it a little bit easier. I can smooth out some of these high highs into the lows so that it looks more natural. And I could probably come in here with a smaller brush and maneuver, pardon me, into some of these deeper areas a little bit easier. Because I really just need to push the stuff in there so that it blends the edges a little bit better and makes things look nicer. But I will say I am very, very much liking the rocks right now. It's not all the rocks I need to redo. These ones here in the middle will need some gray, some touch-ups on the edges of some of these, and especially on the inside and here there's a lot. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. If I can get this kitten glitter out of here. I don't think that's kitten glitter. That might just be a piece of cork. And also some of these areas where we've gone over with our paints and things, we'll be able to cover with some of the tufts that we're going to use on it. There's that right now. That's got to dry. That's going to take hours. I understand Storycraft Society's pain with dry time. Yes, I understand. Especially for us, we're doing thing. You know, this is live. We're not recording a video for YouTube with this. So this dry time is definitely a bit more intense, or content consuming, I guess would be a good way to put it. Okay. Actually, let's leave you soak in the water. Pardon me. Leave you to soak in the water for a while. Okay, now it is only 1:30. Let's see what we have we can fiddle with here. There we go. That magnet is marked. See where it's at now. Let's see if we can't use a toothpick to clear out that magnet a little bit more. There we go. If I can keep these magnets, that one's perfect. If I can keep these magnet locations clear, it'll make it so much easier when I go to set this guy in and try and make footprints. Still not exactly certain how I'm going to do that and not destroy what's already there. I'm just trying to clear this one magnet location a little bit better. There we go. Just to make it easier to see and fiddle with. Let's put these guys back over here for now. And I think we're at a stopping point right now. We'll work on these guys. We'll do a couple of these guys tomorrow when we finish up the dinosaur. And then see what else we can accomplish. It's kind of nice actually finishing something. So this guy is finished. He doesn't. This particular critter doesn't necessarily need a base. It could, you know, just be decoration anywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call this guy done, and that lets me do this. Boom! Yay! 30 minis this year. I'm still going to put him on a base, but I think it's just going to be a basic, like I did for the rest of these guys, just a basic basic round base, painted black, so that he just blends into the atmosphere. And with that, we're going to close out the crafting portion of this business for today. When I finish streaming today for the RPG game, I will go ahead and highlight out the section, this crafting section, and post that up. And then tomorrow, hopefully, that highlighted section will be up on YouTube as well if anybody wants to watch it when I edit out all the camera mishaps. I don't know why the camera keeps doing what it's doing. I'll have to break down and ask Canon for help, I think. Because I don't think it's an OBS issue. It seems like the camera's just shutting off. And it shouldn't be just shutting off since I'm only using it as a camera and I'm not recording. Since I'm using it as like a webcam. So, I don't know. We'll deal with that. Thank you all for coming out today for the crafting portion of the stream. For those of you that did come out to the crafting portion and are actually hanging out watching, I would like to say that I thank everyone who came out for the stream so far today. I greatly appreciate every visitor, lurker, chatter, follower, subscriber, donator, our supporter, and donator to the charity that stops by. And I hope to see you guys here again tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. I've got to get this miniature done for the painting contest. And I will see you all in my next stream. Be safe out there and enjoy the nature cams. Sit back, relax, and enjoy that show for the next couple hours. It'll be running till at least sunset when the camera switches to night vision.